Best defensive team in the league this year in Oklahoma City. And right on cue with a deflection by Hartenstein. Jackson was open in the corner, missed the three. Edey, what a block by Holmgren. Good. Memphis 2 of 11 from deep. Second chance opportunity. Turnover by Bane. Williams challenged, gets the layup.
And a breakout year for Wiggins. And he has owned Memphis this year. 19 points a game in their 4 matchups. And right now, the Thunder just pouring it on.
Bane's pass knocked away and stolen by Jalen Williams. 7th in the league in steals. Wiggins the lob. Oh my goodness! Williams with the steal, knocking it away from Huff. He'll get the layup in transition.
He's, Thunder played the Grizzlies 4 times, and they're trying to keep that ball out of his hands. And there's that move where he poked the ball away. This time he's going to cash in those chips. You got to come away from underneath the basket, and you got to play that high pick and roll.
There's another turnover, pocket pick. J-Dub on the other end is going to guide it home for the jam.
Mercy foul, the quarter.
How about this? Talked about
6 seconds, somehow keeping that pivot foot down. SGA with the denial. Bagley didn't know what to do, and so he turns it over.
Well, Bagley picked up his dribble, and no one came over to help him out.
Shea down the lane, hangs in the air for the score.
You just got to continue to keep the pace up there, make it difficult for the Grizzlies to get back in rhythm.
And they're not going to get in rhythm there with Caruso on the recovery, blocking it out of bounds on the drive from Morant.
I think he's dropped in from Tinker Air Force Base over in Midwest City.
With a major move inside as Aldama got Slaughter on the backside. Holmgren back-to-back big-time plays. Playoff career high, 24 points. Ball pops out. SGA take it the other end. Ball punched away under 5 seconds. Bane getting harassed by Cason Wallace. There's the turnover. They hit ahead. J-Dub behind everybody, and J-Dub with the slam in transition.
Talking about stringing together stops. This is one right here, a big one. The strip by Cason Wallace. And then the shuffle pass out to J-Dub. Plenty of time. A lot of time left in this ball game. He's just got to string them together to slow down this Grizzlies offense.
Oh, nice defense by Jalen Williams.
By him. And take a look at this. He blocks it and almost
Not yet to the midway point of the third. SGA got a hand on it, and Memphis gives it right back. Shea surveys, wants the three, pulls up right over Edey and knocks it down.
It has been a grind to get that deficit under 20. That's a magical number, but over a quarter and a half of basketball remains. But great hustle that time by him also. Boy, how about this? Good steal.
Up ahead, it is Joe, and the left-handed layup in transition off the turnover. Aldama trying to drive on SGA, who's got to be careful with the fouls. There's a turnover. Odd man rush here for OKC. Caruso right back SGA, and he botched the dunk. Caruso right there for the follow. Almost 5 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. It's Dort on Pippen, and that pass never looked comfortable down to Edey. He never got possession, and the Thunder have it. Up top, it's J-Dub. He'll step into the three on that possession.
That shot may have been tipped by Edey, the 7'4" man in the middle. How about this pickpocket by SGA? My goodness.
Back him down. Caruso has held his ground so well in the first 3 games, and there's another turnover. It flops right over to Caruso. Wallace down the lane, and he's able to scoop it up and in.
Sometimes you just ought to just watch it. Okay, look at this guy, man. You know, he is so clever with his defense. And you know the officials right now.
Looked like Wallace was going to have the layup. Pippen on the other end. And speaking of a block, there is Alex Caruso on the recovery.
How about this? Caruso coming over, just batting it.
I'm sure he had a plan there. Kennard had it poked away on the backside. Caruso yet again with another defensive play. J-Dub down the lane. And how about that high scoop off the window? Back in 2023. Also led the NBA in blocks, but his blocks are way down. Pippen on the drive, and that time Chet Holmgren was ready for it, and he swats it away. Up ahead, it's Wiggins on the reverse, and he'll cap it off in transition. With Bane now with it in the corner. Under 10 seconds. Bane wants to drive. Looked like SGA might have got a piece of it going out of bounds with 3 seconds.
Holmgren drives, knocked away by Porter, turnover. Look who's leading the break. Jokic gets it back from Gordon, puts it up, denied. Holmgren, big of this first quarter.
Not giving up on the play. Chet Holmgren getting back and blocking an alley-oop.
Jokic ahead for Murray. Attack mode here for Denver. And that pass was errant. Break opportunity. Caruso ahead of the pack. Always can be a bit tenuous. Intercepted by Caruso. Get ahead. The acceleration. Wallace gets the hoop in the horn. Blocked by Watson. Get it ahead. Murray. Olay defense. It's rejected by Caruso. Comes back to knock it off the glass.
And then Caruso making a spectacular play, not quitting on.
Off the rim. Knocked to the baseline. Controlled by Gordon. Spin. Denied. Hartenstein was there. In regulation. Step in. Steal by Dort. Dort's going to try to do it himself. He missed it. Kept alive by Brown. Gilgeous-Alexander cleans it up on the inside. For his 3 of 13 from the field. Feed it inside and bounce off of Jokic. Turnover. Look, Russell Westbrook is in. Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go and puts some English on it. The Canadian.
Execute at the end of the game like they would have liked.
Didn't finish. Didn't slam the door shut, as Mark Daigneault said to us. Turnover. Wallace ahead. Joe, poke away, but he put it to Hartenstein, and Dort is there.
I said that I love you.
Missed there by Wiggins out of the timeout.
And I like how I'm sure he told Stephanie that he was very a matter of fact. Like, no one else in the league can do that. As
Stepping and steal, Wiggins takes it to the upper room. 23-11 in this first half. Quite a different story from game one. That's not working either. Jokic tried to hit Westbrook. Upstairs, slam down.
That could be tough.
Nice feed inside. Gordon had it partially blocked. No foul. Hartenstein got a piece of it. Gilgeous-Alexander with the midi. And a technical foul called a moment ago on Aaron Gordon. He felt he was fouled on that contest by Hartenstein on his dunk attempt. Now out on the wing, a little brush screen for Jokic.
Wiggins really fought Gordon, got around in front.
There you go. They got in the wings, just what you were talking about, Jay. And Dort couldn't finish. Hartenstein and one.
Christian Brown was right there for that rebound. But a really good job by Wallace to get this steal. But watch how Hartenstein just goes right over Christian Brown, takes it away.
Jokic against Holmgren. Double team, then he got peeled clean. Williams in transition. Oh, he caught a body. They lead by 13. Here's Murray. And they turned him over.
With great hands by Cason Wallace. What a pest.
Hartenstein catching a body.
Well, especially when it starts with their defense. The pressure on the ball, the active hands to knock it away. And then taking it down the other way and give Hartenstein credit for running the floor. Given the signal to Caruso, he just throws it up.
OKC felt it was last touched by Denver. That's not how the officials saw it, so the Nuggets take over. Ball popped in the air. Wallace accelerating all the way.
he went up for the layup, the concentration to finish. And Wallace has been so good.
He wants to dance with Holmgren. Murray, jab, jumper. It's short. Watson, another board. Rejected on the inside.
Right here, beautiful block. SGA, not just an offensive player.
Aquí al equipo, o más bien a la ciudad de Oklahoma. Mientras vemos ahí la recuperación del balón de Caruso. De Wallace a Caruso. Wiggins con el disparo.
I thought he could have swung it. Jalen Williams was open there in the corner.
Murray had it intercepted. He tried to hit Brown. Gilgeous-Alexander steps in. They cut off SGA initially. That won't stop them.
They are okay with their execution of their defense on Jokic. Yes, he has a lot more points. He's making those threes. He just says he wants it to be a little tighter. wants his strategy to stay the same.
Stein ready for Gordon with a big old block.
And that was great help side defense. Great block without.
Shot clock down to 7. Jokic, what a pass to Brown, and great recovery. Holmgren with his 12th block of the series.
Who's guarding him? This you do see a lot of. Chet Holmgren over 2 blocks a game in this series.
Jokic has Caruso on him. Jokic swatted away by Williams. What a great defensive play.
Aware to get into that passing lane, and this is Jokic tries to one-hand this because he was holding off.
Here's Jokic driving, swings it, tried to get it back. The pass by Westbrook broken up beautifully by Jalen Williams. Wallace lays it in with the left hand. Was moving and there was no contact to the head.
You see Westbrook throws that too much to the center of Jokic's body when his defender, incredible skill and balance to come out of that spin, practically falling down and using that frame to get all the way there.
Westbrook again driving, turns it over again. Numbers if they hurry. Williams throws it down.
And the one thing I'll say to Christian Brown, if you're trying to inbound it right here, that ball's got to come up in the air. Aaron Gordon's got a massive size advantage.
What a play by Jalen Williams to steal the inbound pass. Holmgren in transition, flies in there.
More freedom of movement. Right now, OKC starting to bottle them up.
They have just 8 points here in the second quarter, Denver. Watson got free underneath. Great defensive play.
Suddenly the Thunder knocked down a couple of threes. They're back up by 3. Ball stolen. A lot of contact. Caruso goes inside. David Alleman upset, as is Gordon, who thought there should have been a foul call. Westbrook on the drive inside to Watson. Watson knocked away by SGA. With a minute remaining here in the second. Williams pokes it away. Jokic trying to get it. Williams comes away and throws it down. Another turnover. Back to Williams inside. It's good.
The space of Denver at every turn. Alex Caruso loses contact to get around Jokic to get the steal, and this is...
They need to show up big now because of the deficit.
Meanwhile, Alex Caruso getting the start here in the second half. Murray turns it over. There was contact there. Gilgeous-Alexander goes down. And any other circumstance but a Game 7, he's not out there. Pass deflected. Stolen. Jalen Williams got the second deflection. SGA drives in and lays it up off the glass. Williams, a lot of contact out there on Murray. Lob it into Jokic. Stolen by Wallace. Another forced turnover. Caruso lays it up and in. He has 7 of their 9 points. The Randall-Jalen Williams matchup will be fun. Hartenstein knocks it away on the double team. Wallace, alley-up to Hartenstein. Defense to...
So this is what we're talking about. They are hunting this kind of play. You're at the nail. Everybody's in shrink, and this is...
Edwards looking for the screen. Wallace runs over it. McDaniels left open, now drives, lost the handle, picked up by Williams. Again in the open floor.
And it's a group of individuals who pride themselves on making their opponent uncomfortable. You present the ball in front of this team, and I promise you that length and the speed of their hands turns into two.
Isaiah Joe trying to guard him here. The spin move, kicks it out. He's triple team McDaniels, and they can't get the 3 to go now. Naz Reid the rebound. Shot clock at 5. Layup blocked by Holmgren. Randall drives on Dort. Backs in. Tries to split the defense and lost the ball. Foul. Bucket. Count it and 1. They go for Randall. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. One of the top 10 in the NBA in steals per game. Jalen Williams back out. Caruso sets, fires, connects.
You might see the steal. But at the end of the day, it's that pressure defense up top that allows for that to happen. And then once they get in transition, then having some injuries, the more games he's put together, he's going to be a future all-star in this league.
Gobert, too strong off the glass. Hartenstein. Thunder. DiVincenzo floats it into Randall. Stolen by Lou Dort. Alexander Walker with the foul. Counted and 1.
One of those second-half thunderbolts right now. Alexander Walker finds Gobert, knocked away by SGA. Here comes Wallace, alley-oop to Holmgren. Naz Reid pokes it ahead to McDaniels. Great transition defense and a steal. Williams to Holmgren, blocked by Reid. Williams puts it up and in on the follow. Dort trying to fight over a screen. Gobert gets it, drives down the lane. Shot blocked. Holmgren got a piece of it, and SGA comes the other way. Drives, kicks it out right side. Jalen Williams nails the first shot. And he's become the 9th man in the rotation. Was terrific in game 3. He's become a crowd favorite rather quickly. Stolen by Williams. A telegraph pass, and Jalen Williams now with 15 points.
See, for me, look, you got two bigs. You got Julius Randle and Naz Reid out there on the perimeter with two all
Caruso in front. Edwards to McDaniels. McDaniels on the drive to spin the layup, blocked by Holmgren. Picked up by SGA.
The 7-footer, that's a spin move. It looks like he's lost his balance. The ability at that size to recover and not have that hit window first. Folks, you are looking at a big-time shot blocker.
That was a foul.
No man's land. He stepped up to put some pressure on SGA.
And Randall puts some pressure, but Hartenstein throws it right back.
The play we just said, you know, he was in no man's land. What a great block.
Randall off the bounce. Caruso knocks it away, comes up with a steal. Throws it back, and Gilgeous-Alexander, the unselfish play.
Anytime you turn your back, or even if you don't, they are looking to steal the basketball. And Julius right away puts his head down and doesn't react to get back defensively.
Conley throws it in deep. Randall, triple team, drives in, shot blocked, ball knocked loose. Williams to Wallace. That's William Wallace. Holmgren goes inside and throws it down. Naz Reid trying to get aggressive. Another turnover. Jalen Williams goes up and lays it in. Minnesota needs another timeout. Edwards finds the corner. McDaniels the baseline. Lost it, got it back, puts it back up, blocked by Holmgren. Edwards, nice fake. Pass deflected and stolen. SGA down a lane, throws it down. More defense to offense.
They still have room to grow, but I think this year so far, it's still been encouraging as another block by Chet Holmgren.
Dort hits the 3! Exclamation points. Something they've been working on for a year and a half. They were a great offensive team last year, but were inconsistent at the other end. Mathurin drives, goes right inside, blocked from behind by Caruso.
To win their first championship and then have 73 the next.
Caruso trying to stop Siakam, blocked by Dort. Again, the help defense. Caruso just got over the timeline, drives in, layup is no good. Hartenstein with the stop. McConnell holding. Good ball denial. Stolen by Williams. Bad pass, a turnover, and a costly one as Jalen Williams throws it down. Largest lead of the game. Timeout, Indiana.
And it's always clean. Clean switch initially. Nowhere to go but the long pass. That means it's closing speed for Jalen.
Halliburton back to Nesmith. Nesmith the drive inside. Blocked by Dort. Oh, what a rejection from Lou Dort. SGA drives, the finish, it's good.
This challenge, straight verticality, then the block, the discipline. This is ridiculous. Stay straight. Those arms can come over if contact forces it. He stays.
Halliburton fakes, drives, back up top, McConnell. Top and aggressive, goes inside, blocked by Holmgren. Rejects it out of bounds, still Pacer ball. Excellent defensive play.
It's gone double big, and he can do it because Obi and Bryant are on the floor. So what does the double big give you? Chet, we said we had to feel you at the rim tonight.
Caruso putting on the pressure. Siakam picked up his dribble. Gets it into Nesmith. Nesmith blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander. Thomas Bryant in the game. Stolen by Caruso. That's their first turnover since the first quarter. Williams kicks it out. Caruso lines that one up and got the 3.
At the same time.
Wiggins misses the 3. Halliburton poked away from behind by Caruso. Releases the other way. Siakam in pursuit. Still a layup. And that's the
whole force of this Oklahoma City defense. That is Alex Caruso at his best. The tip steal.
good hands from Nesmith once again on the offensive boards. Drives inside. Blocked by Holmgren. Wallace comes the other way. Cason Wallace takes a bump back. Kenrich Williams banks it home.
Maybe it's not the first quarter, maybe it's not the second quarter, but like I said, it's like Novocaine. Give it time, it will work. They will wear you down.
SGA, the steal, goes up and lays it in. Turnover. Siakam got a little sloppy with a dribble. Williams running ahead of the pack, goes in and throws it down. Scott Foster, who had received some criticism from some calls and non-calls in Game 4. That was greatly appreciated by the officiating staff. Halliburton falls down. Caruso just checked in, drives, layup. It's good.
But on that last turnover, Turner has to hold his position.
Siakam double team, back-to-back turnovers. Here early second. Wiggins lines it up, knocks it down. Halliburton, beautiful pass to Shepard. Shepard stolen by Caruso. Outlet Williams goes up again. Layup, it's good, and the foul.
And it's their defense again, doing what they do, getting out in transition. Finish. It's a big 3 minutes for both teams.
Toppin fakes, pass inside to Siakam, and Siakam thought he was
7-footer. Hasn't played that many games. One spot to the other, twice off the pipe.
Bradley getting some very important minutes right now. Nimhard. Stolen. Wallace with the steal. And throws it down. Cason Wallace with a bucket.
To navigate one-on-one situations into your sweet spot. That is SGA at his best.
Halliburton gets inside. Shot blocked. Demar Mathurin. Stolen by Williams. One man to beat. Williams gets inside. Mathurin got a piece of it. Williams still banks it home.
Machine gonna take its toll. Little turnover, one-on-one battle. I don't know how he finishes this. Backside help from Mathurin. Great shot blocker. Almost gets a piece, and how does he make that shot?
McConnell. Deflected by Hartenstein. Throws it ahead. Wallace goes up for the layup. It's good. McConnell goes right at Holmgren. Pulls back out again. Across the lane. Spins. Finds Nesmith. Blocked by Holmgren. Dort the save.
The finals offensively, but not defensively. Guard the toughest guy to guard tonight. Yep.
Hurry all season long. One of the best offensive teams. Shot blocked by Holmgren on the...
Are always an interesting thing. Yet another one given up by Oklahoma City, but the great reaction from Chet.